I haven't been in your new art gallery yet.
Oh, well, you must come. I think I might have said to you before, if you told me when I was in high school or not that long ago that I'd be into art the way we are now, I would say, well, maybe. But I've come to have a love and appreciation for it in a way that's surprising to me. And it's nice when you find out something about yourself that you didn't know.
You're watching Quarantine Catch-Ups, only on CorkScrewed TV.
Doug, how are you? Good to see you.
Hi, Ralph. I'm fine, thank you. Good to see you as well.
I got to tell you, I love the beard.
Oh, you do, huh? Well, it's a lot grayer than it was before, but.
So I know oftentimes there's a harvest beard. Is this a quarantine beard or is this a typical spring ritual for you? What's going on?
I wouldn't say it's typical, and I'm not quite sure why I did it. It's just serendipitous. It wasn't related to COVID either.
You just grew it.
Yeah.
Very nice. It looks great. You wear it very well. So your episode premiered last night. Everybody's watching it. Now everybody's watching it in this new reality. So we get to escape and go back in time to when things were simpler and we could just shake hands and enjoy a glass of wine face to face. This new reality has presented some changes. How are you and the family dealing?
We're doing fine. I mean, there's no doubt there's been some serious challenges for everybody, and challenges specifically with respect to the winery. And 13th Street, as you found out during your experience, we put an emphasis on the on-site experience as a way of providing a wine experience, a connection to the land and people. So we can't offer that currently, but we are very, very thankful and encouraged by the great response that we've gotten to our on-site or online marketing efforts and our porch service. And people have just been great. And people are excited about buying local wines and local food, and we're just so thankful that that's the case.
Well, we've been talking to a lot of different wineries that we visited, and everybody is pretty consistent. I mean, tasting rooms have to be closed. Some wineries are different than others. 13th Street particularly is so visually stimulating and stunning, and it's such a wonderful place to escape reality. And so this transition in the short term really changes the way you would experience 13th Street. So experiencing it online is fantastic. And also, I think our episode and going to your website is just going to whet people's appetite for more.
I hope so. I think it will, definitely. We are waiting for things to return to normal, and we're waiting for a great season. We know when people come back, they're going to have a great time at 13th Street. We're working on the sculpture garden. We're working in the vineyards. We're working on the property. We've got some new things to add that are exciting. The art gallery is now open. So when people come back to 13th Street, they'll see what they saw in your episode, our episode, but they'll see much more. And we're excited to share that with people as soon as we can.
So in the short term, what would you recommend to people? Visiting your website, following you on social media? Do you have curbside pickup?
We do. We call it porchside pickup. The veranda at the front of the bakery is where people can pick up both their wine and their baked goods. And that's working very well. It's a no-touch system. And so our employees are protected as well as our guests, and it's working exceedingly well. We're really, really, really pleased with how that's working out.
What about delivery? If you live a little further from the winery, how do you go about getting wine to your house?
Great question. With respect to wine, we offer free delivery anywhere in Ontario.
Oh, wow.
People are taking advantage of that. That's working great. And we're reaching new consumers, new people, making new friends through that offer of free delivery. That's a really great thing. The other thing that we're doing that's exciting, that's new, is every Friday, Corinne Maud, our sommelier and barrel club manager, she's offering a live Instagram program every Friday. So people could tune in on that, and they get to taste with her, and she makes food pairing suggestions, and just She says she's in Vineyard Cottage by the fire. It's kind of like a fireside chat with Corinne every Friday.
I saw her on Instagram doing that. I thought, wow, I think she landed herself the cottage for this. If you got to be isolated somewhere, that cottage is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
People are loving it. And,
yeah, fantastic.
Corinne had a great time doing the episode as well. So it was
yeah. Well, she's great, and her smile is so infectious. I can't imagine her not smiling, because every time I see her, even if it's across the parking lot, there it is.
Yeah, so that's who she is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that'll be great to tune in on your Instagram channel. So that's Friday she's doing that?
Yeah, at 4 o'clock.
Fridays at 4 o'clock.
Fridays at 4 o'clock. Yes.
Well, amazing. So the process, have you had to change your website at all, or is there an order tab?
There is, yes. We've added things to the website to make it easier for people to order wine. There's a link there that people can go to and arrange for their delivery, order their wine and arrange for delivery.
And for local people who are used to being able to stop by and go into the bakery and you pick up a bottle of wine or two and then you sneak a couple of butter tarts for the ride home, or you get some frozen soup, or the myriad other things you have in the gift shop. What's the best thing to do? Is calling the winery a good option, or are you trying to centralize everything to the website? What's the best option for locals?
We want to make it what's easiest for people. And if calling in at the number is 905-984-8444,
yep.
There's people that will take the order and do it that way if that's better for people, or they can go online. Either way works. And yes, the baking, we're selling a lot of baking. People are taking advantage of that as well. And I don't know, I kind of feel like 13th Street sells comfort food and wine.
I was just going to say that. People need comfort, and a glass of wine provides comfort, and no doubt the products in your bakery. I mean, when we were there, we had a duck sandwich for lunch. Is Josh cooking these days?
Yes. Well, it's changed a little bit. Josh is doing a great job, and he's working very hard. But he's focusing on soups and meat pies and those comfort foods that we were just referring to. But every Friday and Saturday, he's making dinners to go.
Okay.
He gets to stretch his culinary skills, which we're really, really pleased with him. He's doing a great job as a chef here. And normally we have these very high-end winemakers dinners with Jean-Pierre, our winemaker, and Kirk both. And it's just fantastic. And he knocks it out of the park in terms of the high-end culinary offerings. Right now, because of COVID, we scaled back on that, and we're providing those really hearty comfort foods like soups and the meat pies, and he's knocking it out of the park with that. That's going very well.
And is that, again, you would jump online, and is there an inventory list or a menu, or all the offerings are there and you can order that way, and or call if you're a regular, you know what you want. I know some of the things that I like, I would just call and ask for it, and then you just pull up and pick up at that table.
Yep, that's exactly right. And for dinners, last Friday and Saturday, he did a rib dinner.
Okay.
The sweet potatoes, it was excellent. Karen and I had it for our supper Saturday night. And this weekend, it's mac and cheese, seafood mac and cheese dish.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty exciting to develop that program too, because the food part of what we do at 13th Street is really important, as it is in many other wineries too. Wine and food go together.
Well, it's such a great marriage.
That's right.
Jess and I have been trying to, for a while, for the first few weeks it didn't work, or it felt different, but we're trying to maintain our Thursday night date night. And so we've been getting in the habit of ordering out Thursday nights and getting a special meal. So are you limiting your meals to Friday and Saturday night pickups, or I just want to be clear with everybody?
Currently we are, yes. We're just offering that Friday and Saturday nights. Yeah.
So, and I can order that simply by going online and reserving it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I think Jess would probably go on a date with you on a Friday or Saturday.
Oh, she sure would. Yeah.
So why don't you
No,
do
I
that?
would definitely. We can make it adjustable, but
Good.
I mean, it's taken a bit of time to get into the new normal.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to call this normal, but we are. I mean, we're pretty fortunate. We like each other's company, and we spend a lot of time together. So it's nice. And maintaining one night a week where we call it a date night is great.
So important. Yeah.
So now the property. When I stop by and pick up something, do I have to resist the urge to look at some of the art, or if it's a nice day, can I walk through your gardens and take a look at things? What's
Absolutely.
your status on that?
Absolutely. Feel free to, just as long as you maintain the physical distance that you would maintain in any other situation.
Okay.
We're happy to have you and others on the property. It's just as long as you follow the protocols that are in place.
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of the wineries that we've talked to have been saying, hey, if you need to get out and just experience a bit of nature, if you're respectful and responsible, feel free to walk the grounds and just breathe in the fresh air and then pick up your curbside order and off you go. So it's good to know that people can do that at 13th Street as well. Now, I have to be completely forthright, and this is part of taking things for granted. I haven't been in your new art gallery yet.
Oh, well, you must come. You must come. It's really, we're excited about that. I think I might have said to you before, if you told me when I was in high school or not that long ago that I'd be into art the way we are now, I would say, well, maybe. It's not that I had a negative attitude. It's just I knew early in life I didn't have any talent. I know later in life I still don't have any talent. But I've come to have a love and appreciation for it in a way that's surprising to me. And it's nice when you find out something about yourself that you didn't know. But yes, you must come. We're really enjoying that. We're really excited about that. We've got a lot of great artists lined up for the shows coming up.
Okay.
Let me get back to normal, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the meantime, you've got that on your website as well, so people can get a sneak peek. And when they do show up in the short term, when they see that big building in the back parking lot, they know what it is, and that will be open when we're back to normal.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I said it. I was talking to Paul Speck just the other day, saying how I clearly take it for granted, or I took it for granted, being able to just stop by. Yep. And your art gallery is one of the things that I thought, well, I'll get there next week. I know I got to go there. And then all of this happened. And I think one of the silver linings is, based on all the conversations I'm having, is when things go back to normal, I think it's going to be a long time before I have to leave the region, because there's so many things that I want to do that I've been unable to do.
Yes. I'm glad to hear you say that. And I think a lot of other people feel that way as well. And I've always maintained that to sell Ontario wine, we have to, as an industry, all of us together, and we are, we need to provide a wine experience. Help foster that connection between people and their land, our vineyards, but their land, their sense of place, their terroir. And the wine, the food, and the art, and the music, and all the things that go into a vibrant wine culture that's here now in Niagara is really important. It's important to sales for the individual wineries, but it's also important to, without being overly dramatic, improving our life, making life better. I really think we have an opportunity to do that if people embrace it.
And I'm finding that there's just a totally reinvigorated awareness of how local businesses and family-owned businesses, your neighbors, are impacted by decisions to buy local. If I want to get a bottle of wine during these days, I know that I've got neighbors, I've got friends that have wineries, and they've got staff, they've got, huge connections in the community. I make a point of getting local. If I want to get Jess and I on date night, we want to order a special meal, we're looking local. We're looking at our local restaurants. those are the people that are going to look after us right now, and those are the people that we're going to visit when this is all back to normal. So I think that might be a silver lining. And the other thing, and you brought it up earlier, online wine sales. A few of your neighboring wineries, I talked to them, like Paul I talked to the other day, Ed Madronich at Flat Rock, said, I could never sell wine online, and now the floodgates have opened. And it seems like Canadians are getting used to buying wine online.
Absolutely. Like Paul and Ed, we also struggled with that. And we really were never able to gain any traction, but now we have it. And so the two things, the on-site experience and the online sales, when, you know, especially for people outside of the area that can't make the visit, they're two things together, I think it's a win. I think you made a very important point earlier when you talked about the importance of the local wine and food industry to the economy in terms of jobs and taxation. And I mean, that's not all that romantic to talk about it, but when COVID's over, we've got to pay this stuff back.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, when they think about it, see the tremendous multiplier effect, benefits to all of society and all the taxpayers of having a vibrant local Ontario 100% VQA wine industry here in Niagara. I really think that's important. And so I'm excited for the future because we can help rebuild in a literal, serious way.
Yes. Well, I'm hesitant to use the word fortuitous, that this whole event has been fortuitous, but it definitely has, from my estimation and from my observation from where I'm sitting, really, as much as we're all apart, has really brought us together.
Yes.
And I'm excited for it. And that's, I mean, Pat and I going into it, it was like, what are we going to do? We can't shoot right now. It's hard to plan for the summer shooting schedule. What are we going to do? What can we do? What we can do is make what we've done available to anybody with an internet connection. And that's what we wanted to do in the same spirit as all the wineries, our culinary partners. We're doing the same thing. Everybody's working together, and we're really building community. So I like it. And I really appreciate you taking the time to chat it up with me. Oh,
you're most welcome, Ralph. And we're always glad to see you and Pat here at 13th Street Winery anytime.
Well,
and bring James.
I love stopping by. So I just to get a bottle of Gamay, and like I said, your gift shop is so much more than that. I mean, it's a bakery and gift shop, and you've got some amazing cheeses. You've got some amazing confectionery delights. I've even bought reading glasses in your gift shop.
Well, thank you for all those compliments. I guess I'd have to say that Karen and I are very proud of our people.
Yeah.
We have some excellent people. For example, Linda that manages that store. She's fantastic. And we have a whole, I could go through the whole list, but I'm afraid I might miss somebody, and I don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah.
Because we have a great team here, and they're going to help us get through it. They are, as we speak. There's some tremendous people that work in our direct-to-consumer experiences that unfortunately we've had to lay off for a little while, but we're anxious to get them back because they're great too. And we're going to go forward with confidence, and I think the industry's looking bright. I think there's going to be a lot of great things happen, even with all the challenges we're facing currently. When we get over this, the future's bright.
I think so too, and I'm really excited for things to get back to normal. But in the meantime, I will look forward to something that Josh creates. We'll do a Friday night date night or a Saturday night, and I'll jump online. So we're gonna post social media information and the website and the phone number and the address and all of that, so that anybody watching knows exactly how to experience 13th Street during these crazy days. So thank you very much, Doug. Say hi to Karen, give her all my best, and the whole crew.
All right, Ralph. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Take care.